Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing this very colourful 80s new wave makeup tutorial. So on Thursday I did my wearable 80s makeup and today is my not so wearable 80s. So I've already done my foundation. I used my Armani Designer Lift Foundation number 5 and I've already done my brows using the Benefit Browzings in medium. So we're going to go straight onto eyes, and first of all I'm using my Makeup Forever Aqua Cream eyeshadow in the shade number 21, which is this beautiful fluorescent blue. And first of all I'm packing it onto the mobile lid, and then we're going to start to drag the colour up towards the tail of the brow. So we're creating an angled triangle shape going from the mobile lid to the tail of the brow and up towards the forehead. So we're just buffing this colour on and then blending it, buffing, blending, and keep applying until we get the opacity of the colour that we require. Then taking a smaller detailed shader brush, I'm just going to pack the shadow on right into the lash bed just to make sure there's no gaps or spots in the application. And then we're just going to buff the edges just to make sure it's nice and soft and blended and there's no harsh lines. And then taking the Zoeva Rodeo Belle palette, we're going to use the shade Bang Bang, which is a beautiful cranberry red, and we're going to buff that into the inner corner of the eye. So we're taking it from the inner corner of the eye up towards the brow and just slightly down beneath the inner corner of the eye. So we're just buffing it into the inner eye area, up towards the nose, and then just buffing and blending and applying more colour, buffing, blending, until we get a nice soft smoky shadow on the inner part of the eye. Next, I'm taking my Napoleon Perdis colour disc in the shade Tequilla Sunrise, and I'm basically creating a stripe going from that Bang Bang shade up through the brow and meeting at the tip of that Makeup Forever blue shade. So we're just applying the colour, blending it, applying, blending, building the colour until again we get a nice soft blended stripe along the bottom of the brow that goes up through the tail and then up towards the tip of that blue. Again, we're just going to keep building the colour until we get the depth and strength of colour that we require. Going back to that Rodeo Belle palette, we're going to pick up the colour Yee Haw, which is a deeper blue than the one that we've already applied, and basically we're going to create a stripe through the middle of the blue that we've already got on the lid. This is just going to add a little bit of dimension to that blue, so it's not just one flat colour, and we're just going to run it nice and softly through the centre of that triangle, down onto the mobile lid, up towards the temple, and then blending it so it's nice and soft. Next, taking Kat Von D's tattoo liner in the shade Trooper, we're going to create a wing. It's going to be quite small and quite thin. We don't want it to overpower the eye look, but just to create some definition and lift in the top lash line. Now onto the lower lash line, so we're going to take our Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Fast Lane, and we're going to put that along the lower waterline and we're going to run it into the lower lash bed. Then we're going to smudge it out using a smudger brush till we get a smoky finish. And then we're going to take the Kat Von D Metallic Crush shadow in the shade Iggy, which is a beautiful metallic green, and we're going to also run that along the lower lash line. So taking it on a smaller pencil brush first of all, and we're going to smoke out that lower lash line, and then taking it on a bigger pencil brush, we're going to continue to smoke it down quite thick on the lower lash line, heading down towards the hollow, and then we're just going to blend it up in towards that blue. So we're just going to blend the edge of the blue into the green just to make sure it's all nice and soft and it flows. And then taking a fluffy brush, we're just going to again go over all those edges to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything's looking nice and soft and smoky. Last step for the eyes is a generous coating of mascara using the Giorgio Armani Ecstasy mascara in black. And then at this point I felt like the brows were kind of disappearing into the eyeshadow, so just going back in with my brow powder, which from the Benefit Browzings in medium, I'm just going to strengthen up that tail. So just going over the brow where we applied those colours, just to make sure the brow is looking nice and strong through those eyeshadow colours. Okay, now onto face. So a colourful look like this requires a really strong base. So I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I'm using the lightest shade, which is light 42, and I'm basically applying this like a highlight. So I'm going to apply it to the high points of the face, so the chin, down the nose, centre of the forehead, under the eyes, and also down the side of the jaw. And then we're going to blend that all in with a damp beauty blender, and this is going to create a really obvious strong highlight. With a look like this, you want everything to be really strong and bold, so you don't have this really strong eye and then not much going on in the face, and it just makes everything look a lot more fluid, and it makes it look very, very strong and powerful, which is what this style of makeup is all about. Once we've got all that foundation blended into the skin, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm basically going to bake the face. So I'm going to apply this powder quite heavily on top of that foundation, leave it for 5 minutes or so, and then I'm just going to dust it off with a brush just to really set that foundation and just to make that highlight really, really pop. Next, we're going to contour the face, and I'm going to use my MAC blush in the shade Coppertone. This is like a terracotta-y peach shade. Now, in the 80s, they love to contour, but like I said in my previous video, they don't contour like we contour. They contoured with beautiful colours. So I'm going to use this orange coppery shade. I'm basically going to apply it heavily under the cheekbones. I'm also going to apply it around the edge of the forehead and then nice and strongly on the jawline, just to really bring out that highlight and really strengthen and contour the features of the face. I'm also taking it down the sides of the nose, just dragging that Bang Bang shade from the eyeshadow down into it, blending it all so we've got a nice strong contour throughout the face. Then for blush, I'm actually going to use my MAC blush in the shade DollyMix, which is the same blush that I used in my previous tutorial. And I'm going to apply this on the apples of the cheeks, but we're going to keep it to the back of the apples. So basically just above that contour we've created, but bringing it up towards the temple. For lips, first of all, I'm going to line my lips with my Napoleon Perdis lip liner in the shade Haute Pink, which is a fluorescent pink. And then for lipstick, I'm using my Estee Lauder Pure Colour lipstick in the shade Raspberry. So you can see this type of 80s is a very bold, fun 80s makeup look. Perfect for Halloween, perfect for a fancy dress party, costume party, whatever you're going to. Really fun and easy to do. You can definitely change up the colours, you can change up the shapes. This kind of makeup is very versatile and very, very fun. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my other video if you haven't seen it already. I have linked it in the description box, and it is a much more wearable 80s makeup look. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye!